What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Baltimore Bird Watch. It's your boy DJ. I know I just blasted your eardrums. We got Fiji on the other end of the screen. What is going on? It has been an insane week in the NFL, guys. If you haven't watched any games yet, where are you? Please get from under your rock. The games were fantastic. Of course, we're going to get into the Ravens game a little later on the pod, but we got to start with some NFC showdowns this week. Oh my God. Fiji, did you watch that Giants-Cowboys game?
Yeah, I caught the later half of it. I tuned in about halfway through the fourth quarter, and I watched all the overtime. Great finale there. Very fitting for both the Cowboys and the Giants.
I agree.
Honestly.
I mean, I felt so bad because I have Giants friends. I was out on a little outing this weekend, and I was watching it with a bunch of my Giants friends, and I felt so bad because I'm knowing that they are just cheering, they're so excited, they're finally having one of them told me it was the most exciting game that they've had in years, and I'm just as a Giants fan, you don't get to experience things like that very often, you know.
I believe it.
So, I feel bad that Russ couldn't finish that game. He played so hard. He threw for his career high in points. I think he had 452 yards or whatever. The connection to Malik Neighbors was working. Cam Scatterbo's looking like he might be a breakout running back. There's a lot of things that are clicking in New York, and I really feel like they worked really hard for that win. They killed themselves a lot on penalties, though. That team looked real undisciplined that game, and I think that's gonna bite them in the ass. The fact that they were in control of that game for most of it, and just couldn't close, due to some bad decisions on their end. But I don't know. The Giants look really good, and the Cowboys, give them some credit for persevering through with a game that didn't seem like they were going to win it, and they ended up doing what they got to do. But big ups to Brendan Aubrey. Love that man, best kicker in the league. That's my kicking Jesus right there. And yeah, that was a good game. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, I have CeeDee Lamb on fantasy, so I really wish maybe we didn't throw the ball to George Pickens so often. Not that CeeDee Lamb still outscored him, but I would have, I was feeling a little selfish. I could have used those bonus points there.
A team got to have a wide receiver 1A, 1B for a reason. I mean, CD actually is one, and George Pickens is actually two. But,
I think George Pickens looks pretty good in Dallas, actually. I was kind of worried about that.
No, he does look good. I mean, I always thought George Pickens was a great receiver.
I think George Pickens is a great wide receiver. I don't know. I guess that works for him, too. I could see him on a better team than the Cowboys, I guess, is what I'm getting at. The Cowboys looked good against the Eagles, too, though. Cowboys... Granted, the Eagles literally gave away their best player play into the game. So
Yeah. The Cowboys, they look really good against the Eagles. They persevered and won this game against the Giants. I think the NFC East is going to be very, very difficult this season, and when you have the Commanders in there in the mix, things are getting really intense in that division. Of course, you have the Eagles, so I'm excited to see who comes out on top. It's going to be competitive this year, and I'm interested to see how it'll turn out over there. How do you got any last words or feelings about the NFC East?
No, I'm just going to use it to transition into the Commanders-Packers game because I did want to bring that up because that game wasn't close. No. I think it was a coming out to showing everyone how powerful this Packers team is. I really want to say this because I said this in real life and I was told I was crazy. I said after week 1, I said the Packers look scary. Yeah. I think the Packers might be Super Bowl contenders for real. They were saying it right after the Micah Parsons trade, and I was like, I'm gonna need to see something. I saw enough in week 1. I said, I get it. I think they're Super Bowl contenders. And everyone was like, no, it's just because the Lions aren't the same Lions they were last year. The Lions just looked bad. But this week,
they destroyed the Bears.
They beat down the Commanders, and the Lions beat down the Bears. I thought the Lions looked just as good as they did last year.
And they really had some vendetta for Ben Johnson.
Them
down. That's true. The Packers are an incredible team. I think they are. I mean, maybe too hot to say, maybe too early to say, but I think they might be the NFC frontrunners this year.
Yeah.
I feel confident that they are. I think they have the team. I think they have the offense for it. They have the defense for it.
Yeah, I think they're my pick.
They seem pretty unstoppable. I don't know what it is. I don't know what there's some magic happening in Green Bay this year. I didn't expect them to be a potential Super Bowl, contender, but it's looking real possible. I really think that they have the team to go all the way, and I'm excited to see how their season goes.
No, yeah, Micah Parsons is really working out there. I know he's not out every play, but every snap he's on the field, he makes an impact. And I think I knew Micah Parsons was good, but like because of the trade, I'm just like really paying attention to him this year, and I'm like every play he's on the field, he is that guy.
He is.
Like so
he is.
It's crazy. I like Jaden Daniels. I think it's good that he had to kind of experience that pressure. I hope he's able to, learn from it. I hope he doesn't have like a bad season or anything. I hope it's not a sign of that. I hope he just like, moves on to the next one. He is injured, and there's a chance he does not play on Sunday. I hope he doesn't. I hope they take time and get him rested.
I think he can. I think they can survive a few games without Jordan Love.
I was talking about Jaden Daniels.
Oh, Jaden Daniels, my bad, brother. My bad.
That's okay.
They got Carson. They got Carson Wentz though.
Yeah, I hope they rest Jaden Daniels. We would not want a RG3 Part 2 situation on our hands.
Brother.
Oh, you know what? I know we got to talk about... Obviously, I want to talk about the Ravens game. But I do want to bring up the Joe Burrow injury also on the topic of injuries. I like Joe Burrow. I do. I don't know if that's crazy to say as a Ravens fan, but I think Joe Burrow is really good, and I like him. And I think he needs to get out of Cincinnati.
He does need to leave.
He desperately needs to leave Cincinnati. I don't know where I would put him, though. I think a team, literally anywhere else.
Anywhere. Because I think Cincinnati has shown time and time again that they're not willing to do what they need to do to protect him. And he is getting beat up year after year after year. And he's only had 3 full seasons as a quarterback. Like, he's getting injured almost every year he's stepped on the field. And it's like these long-lasting major injuries. And like it sucks so much to see this superstar get absolutely demolished every season. And that leads to some long-lasting injury. Now he's going to start having the credit, or he's going to start having the moniker of being an injury-prone player. Like now people are going to be
they're
like...
saying Andrew Luck 2.0.
I'm saying!
That's what they're calling him.
Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like they're calling Joe Burrow Andrew Luck 2.0. I mean, to be fair, like... It really does suck. Like, he led that team to the Super Bowl. He got everybody's hopes up. He showed everybody what the superstar he could be. He showed how strong and powerful and, like, great of a leader he is. And he even convinced the Bengals to go get Jamar Chase to re-sign both him and T. Higgins. Like, he is their franchise quarterback. Like, and yes, the thing is he's going to play for another 10 years. But when do the Bengals, like, think, like, wow, he is getting injured a lot?
Never mind. I was going to say, you know what team would really benefit, I think, from a player like Burrow?
Who?
The Giants.
Yo, the Giants would. Yo, Joe Burrow would be perfect.
Malik Neighbors paired up with Joe Burrow would be pretty hot. I'm just saying.
That would be a sexy team.
Yeah. I also think even a team like, I don't think it would ever happen because it's the same division, but the Browns, like these teams with quarterback problems. Like the Browns have a solid team, which I mean we'll get into. Their biggest issue is their quarterback problem, for sure. But a team like that, where you get someone as good as Joe Burrow, you just got to be able to protect him. But
I mean, Dylan Gabriel. I mean, I guess we can jump into if you want to. Okay, we'll jump into the game.
Yeah, let's go into our game. That's what I really want to talk about.
Let's jump into it. Ravens Browns 30th anniversary, M&T Bank Stadium. We absolutely clapped them boys. Joe Flacco came in to try to ruin our day. He's making his return to Baltimore, but the Baltimore defense was not going to let that shit slide, especially after getting embarrassed last week. How'd you feel about the game, PG?
I think this game was the perfect bounce back after week 1. I think I wish Derrick Henry was able to get established a bit more, obviously. Yeah. But I think the reason it's such a good counter is because they did stop Derrick Henry, and we were able to not let that ruin our plan, because it easily could have. There have been times where Derrick Henry or someone is like, whatever we go in with a run game and it's not working, and we just stick to it the whole game and it never works. I'm glad we adapted our plan, and we were really able to come out on top. So first quarter, I think Lamar was looking a little rough passing. Yeah. Admittedly. He cleaned it up in the second quarter. I think a big part of that is I don't think they anticipated having Lamar pass the ball that often. Yeah. I think maybe he wasn't as warmed up as he usually would have been. or something like that. Because in the second quarter, I feel like he was starting to come back, and then his second half was pretty solid. Fourth quarter was amazing.
Yeah, and we're good for a slow start. Sometimes takes that team a little bit to warm up. Like second, third quarter is when things start to fire off.
Yeah, I just feel like we really had to kind of improvise in this game, and it paid off.
Yeah.
Our defense was amazing all game. Yeah. I'm really glad that we were able to hold it down. Roquan Smith, player of the game.
What makes you say that?
Fumble recovery, but also I feel like he was everywhere on the field. I feel like every defensive play, he was getting the stop.
He was kind of playing with his ass on fire, and I think I really liked that out of Roquan because he was. I was fearsome that he didn't have a big impact in the last game. I was fearsome he was losing it a little bit. I was like,
but he shut that down.
Is he not the superstar middle linebacker that we know him to be? And he showed that. He showed that immediately in that Browns game, that he is the guy that is a force to be reckoned with, and he is the leader of this defense. And Kyle Hamilton made some huge plays that game too.
Everyone on defense was pretty solid. We on defense did a pretty good job at shutting them down. So I'm pretty happy with how the defense played all together. Nate Wiggins with the interception. I thought he was going to bring that home.
He let an old lineman
track
him down.
Great time, though, for him to get that because we had literally just sold on the I'm pretty sure that's right after the Mark Andrews thing, which, by the way, put the footage up. Whoever edits this, whether it's me or you, put the footage up. Mark Andrews had a touchdown. That's a caught ball. And everyone's giving him shit for dropping it, and I get it. But that was a caught ball. Caught it, 2 toes down, punched out. I'm not blaming Mark Andrews for that. That's a touchdown. That should have been a touchdown as soon as it was caught.
Des Bryant went through this, so Mark Andrews didn't have to.
And here we are.
Sad about it again. It's okay. We won the game 41-17. Did we really?
Yeah,
did it really
it should have been 49.
49. Oh, wait, 48.
48.
Wait,
no, we were gonna go for 2. Insult to injury.
Double up on him.
You're right.
I can't believe we scored. So we scored 41 this week, and we scored 40 last week. So we're averaging 40.5 points a game right now.
The other thing I really liked about this game, though, is the game was close all the way through until the fourth quarter, and I think the Ravens really popping off in the fourth quarter showed
we can finish games.
One, we can finish games, and I'm so glad we didn't let off the gas. But I almost think it was kind of poetic in a way, considering we lost last week because Josh Allen popped off in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So I do think there's a little bit of, irony there.
A little equilibrium balance.
Granted, we didn't need to pop off the way we popped off. I think when I was watching the game, I was getting texts, and the people I was watching us were saying things like, why do we still have our starters out? We should be benching our starters.
No.
And 9 times out of 10, I'd agree. But with the Ravens, I don't have
Not right now.
Not with the Ravens. And I also think, regardless of the lead, right, the Browns weren't coming back. We had the win. But this was a statement.
This was a statement.
This was showing that John Harbaugh needed to prove that he learned from his mistakes.
Yep.
And I think when you have that big of a lead and you just keep piling onto it, that's what he was trying to say. He's like, we're not letting up again. And I'm 100% with that. I think this was a team that needed to run the score up as much as possible. I wouldn't have been surprised at that last drive when they had Cooper Rush taking knees. I wouldn't have been surprised if we were running it down the field just to show we're not letting up. Granted, I'm not a head coach, and that's probably why. Because I do shit like that.
You said, fuck it. Full send.
No, actually,
fuck him up.
I think that was the perfect way to end the game. I love that we didn't let up. The only flaw in the game was the Derrick Henry thing. But honestly, here's my take on that too. The Browns clearly game planned around Derrick Henry.
100%.
That was the only thing they game planned around.
Their plan was nothing
else worked. And I hate that because that to me shows that they don't give Lamar enough credit as a passer. And I hate it. He literally put the stat up, highest passer rating in NFL history right now.
Yeah, that is fact.
He is that guy. Lamar is, by stats, the best passer in NFL history.
Stamp
currently. Stamp that. That is a fact. So I hate when I see a defense just not care about Lamar as a threat. We're focusing just on Derrick Henry, and we made you look stupid for that.
And it's actually, I love our deep threat game now because literally the combination of D-Hop and Zay Flowers
Hopkins
is
nasty
absolutely insane.
as hell. Oh my god.
He caught 2 of the they looked like both his touchdowns looked identical.
Every DeAndre Hopkins catch this season has been prime Odell, like Randy Moss. What are we talking about here? This is disgusting what he is doing on the Ravens. Every catch has been nasty as hell.
It's so funny too because the Ravens' offense this year is actually so interesting because it's these the 3rd, 4th, and 5th string receivers are popping off. That's how this team is built.
DeAndre Hopkins had 2 receptions. He had 64 yards and 1 touchdown. That's ridiculous. 32 yards a reception with a touchdown. Imagine if we threw it to him more.
And also, it should have been 2 touchdowns, to be honest. He literally was right on the goal line.
I thought it was a touchdown when I first seen it. I cannot believe we sold not getting a touchdown there. That we need to talk about. Although, again, I think Mark Andrews had the touchdown there. So, yeah. I know they were stopping Derrick Henry. Why did we not punch that in? We were looking like the fucking Seahawks in the Super Bowl.
And why don't we run more goal line QB options with Lamar? I feel like we're saving those. I really feel like we're saving plays. That's what it feels like right now.
I feel like we could have done fucking halfback dive and punched Lamar or punched Derrick Henry in. I don't know why we didn't do that.
We need more tush push.
Well, we got the Mark Andrews one, which works pretty well for us.
We could have used that one. You could have used that one in the goal line. We should use that always in the goal line. I feel like they overthink it sometimes.
Yeah.
They're overthinking it.
Also, a couple players who I don't think usually get a chance to shine that popped off. Devontae Walker.
Yo, Tez Walker. 3 in his career.
Underrated.
3 receptions.
3 receptions for 3 touchdowns. 2 of them in this game. It's ridiculous.
Bro was a touchdown
Tyler Wallace
machine.
also with a touchdown too. I feel like, these are when you're thinking of the Ravens receivers, you got your Zay Flowers, your Bateman, and your DeAndre Hopkins now. And Walker and Wallace can kind of get, left behind a little bit. But they didn't. I love that the Ravens receiving core, I love that the ball can get shared so much because everyone's a threat.
Yeah. And they spread the ball so efficiently. What was really cool about the Todd Monken hire, what he was really famous for in Georgia, actually, was that he was really good at maximizing his talent and putting people in the right spots when they needed to be put there. That was his whole scheme, pretty much. And you can see how that's translated now into year 3 with the Ravens. I feel like he now, as offensive coordinator, is putting his players in the exact right positions to make big plays. Because there's a reason why, DeAndre Hopkins, when he touches the ball, it's a touchdown. And the same thing for Tez Walker. Todd Monken is pulling the strings in the background. He's putting the right players in the right places and sees the scheme and combines that with the scheme that the defense is giving them. And he punches you in the face with exactly what he's seen on tape. And the Ravens are executing. Lamar's throwing the ball in the right place, and those receivers are catching the ball. I don't think I've seen it drop this season. So I think the players are playing excellently.
Mark Andrews.
Besides Mark
Andrews. Apparently. Even though that was a touchdown.
Unquote. But of course, it's Mark Andrews. Not too much on Mark. But if there were to be a culprit for a drop, I think it might be him this season. But I love the way the Ravens are playing.
I can't wait till Isaiah Likely's back. But I do want to bring up real quick, because it was a hot topic, Grant Delpit on the Browns saying Derrick Henry was easy to tackle. I know the Browns stopped Derrick Henry. I don't think I saw a single one-on-one tackle, especially from Grant Delpit. All right? Sorry. Every single time that man went down, it was 5 dudes piled onto him. Yeah, you got him. I don't think that's considered easy to tackle. I think and honestly, that may be why the Browns game planned for Derrick Henry so much. I think that dude ran his mouth, said Derrick Henry's easy to tackle, and they were like, shit, we need to lock down Derrick Henry because they are going to send him in. And they did, but I think they spent too much time planning for Derrick Henry and forgot how good Lamar was. So, thank you, Grant Delpit, for that W.
No, great.
And what a W was. Also, thank you, Joe Flacco, for that fumble. Thank you.
Oh my God, yeah, he gave
One
us,
last
he gave
gift
us a
to
final parting
Baltimore.
gift, huh? He gave us a final parting gift, which was fantastic.
That was awesome.
He was like, "Here you go, guys. I'll give you
Also,
one more fumble."
I just want to say this too. I called this. Joe Flacco was allowed 1 touchdown, and we let him have it, and it was a whack one too. It was really a wacky touchdown he got there.
Yeah,
but we let him get that touchdown.
First off, Marlon, catch the ball. Marlon Humphrey.
That was 4th down.
We gotta talk about it.
He shouldn't have even tried for the interception. He should have swatted it down. What was your game plan? Go out of the 1 and give us the ball there? Go for the picks for the, a pick is cool. You feel me? But
that was not.
You should have swatted the ball there. That would have made more sense.
That was not a vet move by Marlon on that one.
And hey, I feel like you're in the moment, right? You're like, oh my God, I got a pick. So I'm with it, but like.
How unlucky is that?
It worked out for us. I'm fine with it, but.
Isn't that crazy? That's now twice in a row that we've gotten scored on by a tipped pass.
Yeah.
Randomly, that's so crazy. But I guess my last thoughts on this game are that don't sleep on Derrick Henry. The Browns had a game plan. Yes, I'm worried that teams are going to implement that game plan, but other teams aren't going to have Myles Garrett in that Browns D-line. So yeah. I think Derrick Henry will come back hungrier and stronger and still eclipse 1,500 yards. No one worry about him. Lamar is going to be Lamar. If they stop Derrick, Lamar's going to do his thing. I think we've shown that in this game. The Ravens are scoring 40-plus points a game so far. The offense is unstoppable. They're scoring almost every possession. I don't think we need to worry about this offense at all. It's clicking on all cylinders. The real question actually is, can our defense continue to be consistent throughout the season? And that's really what's going to be make or break for us this year. And I really think that the defense will be that consistent because they're a great defense. And as long as we stay healthy, I'm liking how this Ravens team is looking.
Yeah, and with that, I'm down to transition kind of into next week where we play the Lions.
Yes, sir. It's time to play the kitty cats. Meow.
Okay.
How are you feeling about going into next week against the Lions?
I'm liking it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm confident we can beat them. I mean, I'm confident the Ravens can beat any team in the NFL. But the Lions, I think, they had a rough week 1 against the Packers. I think the Packers defense is probably better. But I don't think their secondary is better. I think Jair Alexander sat out this week. From what I understand, it's because Harbaugh didn't feel like he was 100% ready after his week 1 performance. I agree with that. Hopefully he's back in week 3 and he is,
back to his old
back
self.
to playing how he should be playing. I think he's going to need to, because he's going to be paired up against Amon-Ra probably. Mm-hmm. And he's going to need to be able to lock him up, and that's going to be hard. So I am a little bit worried about how the defense holds up there, but I do think they can handle it. In terms of our offense, I don't think the Lions are able to stop Derrick Henry the way the Browns were. And I don't think they're going to be able to stop Lamar either.
I don't think any team's stopping our offense this year, to be honest. I don't think there's a single defense that can stop our offense.
I'm trying to think. Let me look up the Lions defense right now. I'm trying to think if they even... Who am I worried about on the Lions right now?
You're probably worried about Aiden Hutchinson.
That's it, yeah.
But he's not as good as Myles Garrett.
But also his Aiden Hutchinson is like pass rush, right? And like I don't know, I feel like that's like the one thing that like Lamar is just so good at countering that. Like Lamar's the perfect counter to a good pass rush because he'll get out and he's that fast.
Yeah, I agree. And I truly think that the Ravens offense have a counter for any defensive strengths. So it's really just about execution. I think it's just about execution. It's about coming into next week and like seeing that the Lions are a tough team, a very strong team, a very gritty team, and understanding what we need to do to get the W. Because we've been successful against the Lions multiple times in the last few years.
All right, I'm looking at this. I just put up their depth chart right here for defense.
Yeah.
I mean, they got DJ Reed at corner.
They do have DJ Reed.
I don't think. I think our receivers outclass their corners, their secondary altogether.
Yeah.
To be honest, I think looking at this lineup, I'm seeing another DeAndre Hopkins bomb. I think another one's happening. We're going 3 for 3.
I might put him in my fantasy lineup. I have him sitting in fantasy, just waiting for this day. Not in our league, but in a different league.
I was like, I may have made a waiver move, and I have a feeling after this week, I have a higher waiver pick than you right now.
It's okay. I don't need D-Hop. I don't need D-Hop in the fantasy league. I got other waiver.
I think that's going to be a consistent thing. I think he's going to get one big pass.
One big shot every game.
Yeah. I think.
Could you imagine if he stays on that trend, he'll have fucking 16 touchdowns. That would be insane. D-Hop 16 touchdown season? Are you claiming it?
Could it be?
Are you claiming that right now? Stamp on it?
I'll go 14.
You do a 14 touchdown season for D-Hop? 14 touchdown season?
Calling 14 right now. Calling it right now.
Season.
Stamp it!
Boom!
It!
DeAndre Hopkins, 14 touchdowns.
Realistically, I don't think he's going to get a touchdown every game, but right now, I feel like he's so hot right now. I don't know.
I
just want to see how long he can keep it up.
He's so good. I think that's like just watching these catches he's doing every week. Like he's just creating. He's like, I love watching him
bro. On the sidelines when he's like, "But I'm washed." It's like real shit. But he's washed. Like, come on.
It goes to show that the Chiefs did not use him the right way. Like last season, I feel like, and I feel like Todd Monken was a perfect scheme to bring him into, and I'm so excited.
I think he's got a better quarterback throwing to him too.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. I think he has a much
greatest quarterback of all time statistically. Well, greatest passer rating of all time. All right, let me wait until he gets a ring first before I start. I don't want to.
Sorry, Chiefs fans.
Sorry,
we know who the real
Tom Brady. Also, I didn't mean that. He's not better than Tom Brady yet. Tom Brady is the greatest to ever do it.
No, if Lamar wins the Super Bowl, he'll be top 3. He'll be top 3. That's my.
If Lamar wins a Super Bowl, he's top 2.
Oh.
Yep. No,
Let's revisit.
I do think he's top 3 though. I'm just glazing right now.
He's gobbling. Okay, we're gonna end this episode with some hot takes. Fiji, what are you thinking for this next week game? What's your hot take?
I'm thinking. That's a good question. Hold on, get back to me. I'm gonna come up with one right now.
Say less. I think my hot take for this game, guys. I think Justice Hill will get a touchdown and 50 receiving yards. I think we're going to get a big receiving day from Justice Hill. I think he's going to be an X factor in this game that the Lions aren't expecting, and I think it's going to be great for him and for the backup running backs in the Baltimore Ravens and the whole running back team as well. Like, I feel like it's really just about spreading the wealth here, and I think the Ravens are going to do it very well next week. All right. It looks like you're fucking conjuring spirits over there.
I am. This is me manifesting a hot take right now. Okay, all right. Here we go. It's in the same vein as last week. Jair Alexander is coming in with a point to prove because he did not have a great week 1 performance. It was not horrible, but it was enough to get him sat out week 2.
Okay.
He's coming in hot. Interception, Jair Alexander. Book it.
Stamp it. Bow. Bow. All right. So we got Justice Hill for 1 tutty and 50 yards receiving. And we got Jair Alexander getting a pick, baby. That's your hot takes for this week.
Yes.
Fiji, is there anything else you want to say before we sign off today?
Amon-Ra is getting locked up.
Locked up. They won't let him out.